buy a list of anything, right? So we like a high equity, non-owner occupied list. And virtual means you can do it from your house and you never have to see the house. Okay. You never have to see
So firstly, Matt, welcome and thanks for coming on and doing this with us.
Of course, anytime. We'll always love chit chatting.
So let's start with the obvious because, as I mentioned before, like a lot of folks listening to this are doing digital marketing. And this is like right in their wheelhouse because when you do virtual wholesaling, kind of Matt Larson style, where you're doing it with virtual assistants, it's really just the same digital marketing processes you're doing for clients and things like that. But instead of the deliverable being you in this marketing service where you're slaving away trying to get their website ranked, you're pushing a house. And there's a lot of benefits to doing that. I wonder if you could just share a few of those with our folks, and I'll probably chime in a little bit there too.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a house. It can literally be anything. It could be a piece of land, a
We
big
got a
acreage.
church in there too, actually.
Yeah, so it could be a apartment building, it could be a commercial building. Houses are the most abundant. Houses and land is the most abundant. So if somebody's getting started, I always say, hey, go after land deals or house deals. They're kind of everywhere. But you can wholesale anything. Basically, all you're doing is you're pulling a list. Okay, you can buy a list of anything, right? So we like a high equity, non-owner occupied list, and virtual means you can do it from your house and you never have to see the house. Okay, you never have to see the piece of land. So basically, you buy a list. We like the best list is a high equity, non-owner occupied, and whatever zip codes that you want to focus on. I typically tell people to find one particular area and work those zip codes in that area. So, like if a metro area has 500,000 people, there might be 6 or 7 or 10 zip codes you'll work. You buy that list and you skip trace it, which is just fancy for getting the person's phone number. And then what you can do is you can put a virtual assistant on calling those people to see if the property is for sale or they would consider an offer. And then what ends up happening, it's just a numbers game. Some people are going to be like, don't ever call me again. Other people are going to be like, I'd consider an offer if it's the right price. And some people are like, yeah, I really would like to sell this thing. I talked to a real estate agent and they said I had to do all this work to the property first. So you're going to get a certain amount of leads. So like, for example, if you have the virtual assistant call 500 people, you might get 5 people that want to sell. And then you make them an offer, and that offer, once that offer gets accepted, you can do the contracts electronically, everything. You never even have to open your mailbox.
Yeah, we use
So
like
basically,
DocuSign or something like that, or equivalent service.
yep, yep. So what ends up happening is you get a deal under contract. Right now, I'm skipping a few steps here because first you got to know what the thing is worth, and you've got to run some comps on it. And you've got to kind of figure out some math there. That's all pretty easy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm giving a little high level view of this whole thing, how it works. So basically, you make an offer, you get it accepted. All right. Now, what we do is we find a local picture person that lives in the area. We do that through Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Basically, we just place a free ad that says, hey, we're looking for somebody to take pictures of houses when we get them under contract in the area. We're willing to pay $50 if you go take 50 pictures. Now, here's the cool part. To qualify as a picture person, you actually don't have to have some kind of a fancy camera. You have one of these, which everybody has one of these. You don't, these are beat up houses. It's not like better quality photos. And these things take great pictures. So you can get pictures done cheap. So here's how we do it. So we find a picture person. We have the house under contract. We've never seen it, right? We've negotiated over the phone. We've never seen the property. We've just asked specific questions of the seller. We find the closest Home Depot or Lowe's. We go online, we buy a lockbox. Okay, we set it up for curbside pickup. We tell the picture person, go pick up your lockbox on your way to the house. They swing by, pick up the lockbox, set the code, go to the house, meet the seller, take 50 pictures, fill out a walkthrough sheet, set the keys in the lockbox when they leave, lock it up, and leave. Then they send us the pictures. Now we have the pictures and we have access to a house where we can send buyers through. So now what we're doing is we do searches for cash buyers in the area. Again, that's a list you can buy. You can go on Zillow and pull this stuff. You can hit a couple of websites, but you can find close by cash buyers. What I mean by cash buyers, they already bought a house for cash. So
Yeah.
they've already raised their hand saying,
Yeah.
I'm a buyer.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes,
you,
can I just add, they haven't just bought one, they bought, 3 dozen in the area like that. And they've got a whole operation doing this. Yeah.
yeah. So you pick the people that own several in near that house. You call them up, see if they're still interested in buying. They say yes. You say, give me your email. I'll send you the details of the house. You do a mass email through your email service, no different than you're doing with your digital marketing. And you're going to have some people say, I want to go look at the house. So you do some qualifying, you ask for the proof of funds. They give you the proof of funds. You give them the address and the lockbox code, and they go and look at it, make you an offer. And once they make you an offer, if you accept their offer, if you have 10 people looking at the same house, that's good odds. You get their offer. Now you get a new contract with the buyer. So you've got a contract with the seller. You've got a new contract with the buyer. You send everything over to the title company. They do all the paperwork. It goes to a closing date. It closes, and they wire you your funds or send you a check. I always just get a wire. That's it.
Hey guys, if you like this video, you'll probably also like our free Facebook group, Beyond Agency Profits, Agency Lifestyle Design. You can get free copies of the book inside here. I look ridiculous. We're doing weekly Q&As, giving answers to all your questions. Some of the best, smartest, brightest people. We've got lots of industry leaders doing 7, 8 figures and beyond. It's a literal who's who of the brightest agency owners that I know, as well as lots of tips on scaling and stuff, books that work. So if you're not already part of it, you're going to want to be part of it. So make sure to click the link. I put it in the description of the video as well as in the pinned top comment below. So just scroll down and you can join, and it's totally free.